human rights. Madam Edith Bauer for a minute and a half.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. What we have heard about Belarus lately is the oppression of the democratic opposition and also the Polish minority. It is a common practice of autocratic regimes to put the political oppositions behind bars and to intimidate minorities. As a citizen of Slovakia and a minority representative, I fully understand the situation of Mrs. Boris and the situation of the Polish minority in Belarus. It is a recurrent political trick to treat minorities as enemy, and political regimes use this tool in times of hardship. Harassment of minorities is part of the common political practice in non-democratic regimes. Minority rights constitute an integral part of general human rights, further reinforced by the European Council Framework Conventions. Therefore, breaches of human rights, discrimination, harassment and intimidation of minorities cannot be deemed domestic affairs of a country. Thus, the threatening and blackmailing message conveyed by the ambassador of Belarus to the representatives of the European Parliament is completely unacceptable. Mr. President, the EU's message to Belarus, to the government of Belarus, can be nothing else but the message that their policy to suppress the democratic opposition and to threaten minorities is simply unacceptable.
Thank you very much. Now, under the Catch the Eye procedure, Mr. Miklas, 1 minute. Thank you very much, President. I've been listening to the statement by Madam Commissioner with great interest. And indeed, I would also say that I would have expected a more energetic reaction. I expect that your statement would have been more or less the same 2 weeks before, 2 weeks ago, before these incidents, and this is quite unacceptable. But I do agree that there is a need for certain actions. It is true that those who speak about sanctions today seem to forget that we have already had sanctions, and the policy has not changed really as a result of these sanctions. We cannot say that we're going to support the civil society in Belarus because everybody who has been there actually has seen